What's up, guys? We're just trying to get all the levels kind of figured out what we want to watch today. So we do have some restart news this morning, guys. Quite a bit at 10 o'clock today. So let's see where our highs and lows are at today. Still kind of in yesterday's range, man. God, look at this. I feel stuffy today. Good morning, Andy. So we're just kind of have to wait and just see what the day brings. Hopefully that little bit of volatility. The only thing that worries me is that we get whipsawy just because we don't have the people we need to trade or the liquidity. So you can get those like really quick movements out of nowhere. Almost kind of like when contracts flip over. Just a cup and a handle, maybe. Good morning, Charles. Man, I feel so stuffy all of a sudden, guys. Oof, like I'm suffocating over her. What is that? 80 times 2, was that 160? All right. So the quant hour, that is going to be, no, I'm going to stay away from funded for the next, probably today and Friday. I feel like it's probably the safest play. I don't want to ruin the Thanksgiving weekend thinking about why I just screwed up my funded account. I don't know, unless the price action is just really good today. We'll probably just bring this back over when it's closer to the 5-minute range, guys. Unfortunately, we missed out on Monday's trade. I wish I had started this with this account sooner because we made the full $80 on Monday. But yesterday, we only got 15 points, so we only ended up with $30 because we're just doing one micro on this account. I'm trying to keep it under 40 points, 40 to 50 points max. I'm hoping that's the first 5-minute candle. It gets a little iffy when it gets to like 60, 70, or even 100 points for a 5-minute candle. We'll just do it. We'll just wait and see what the market looks like. If it gets too big, we probably won't take it. We prefer to keep it in that 40 to 50 range. Try to keep it under $100 loss at the most. So that next level down, if we lose 32, is going to be this 26. And this is going to be our bull bear line this morning. If we lose this 26, we definitely could be flushing today. Where'd my ES chart go? Well, wow. Well, I think that took that 5-minute candle out of question. I was looking for I can't find my ES chart. It won't pop back up. There it goes. Oh, come on now. Oh, man, that sucks. Might not get to take a 5-minute trade today, Charles. What are we looking at? Let's see. How many points did it rip down? 940. 50. We're sitting at about 50 points. Yeah, goodness. Man. So far, we're looking at about 60 points on that 5-minute candle. Man. Woo-wee. Still got about 2 minutes. I mean, the ES did not even make it down to the 26. I'm thinking the ES is pumping back up for Mother. I wonder if we're going to get another dump, because right now the NQ is kind of holding up here. Wow. Well, here comes the 5-minute candle. Man. So I don't know. I don't really know what to think. The ES is ripping. The NASDAQ's just holding steady. Ooh. I don't feel comfortable taking this trade, but we took it anyway. But I can't risk the whole 5-minute candle, so we can't really play this to a 100%. So we're just going to risk 80 for 80 bucks, basically what it comes down to. If we get down to, say, 55.50, we may go to break even if we get up about 20 points. because we could have a deep pullback. And I only say that just because how far our EMAs are kind of away from us. They're let me fix my charts over here real quick and I'll bring it back over. Oh, come on. My freaking thing's broke. Let me draw my stuff over here real quick. I don't like that one because I want one that pulls back to the 21 EMA. Like I said, we get down to 55, I'm going to go to break even because that'll put us up 20 points. I can't get 20 points and go negative, so we just tap that 55. We get below 50, we'll take 10. But it may come back and get us on the break even. We got up 20, we may not get it today. All right. So we did get about 20, 25 points on the 5 minutes. Right at, no, about 22, 23 points. I mean, it was still a decent move, but like I said, we're trying to get 40 points. You just cannot get up 25 points and take a $80 loss. So we're still kind of playing with this thing with the 5 minutes. So I guess that's just going to be a zero trade for us today. Good morning, Marcus. Or if we can even look for a pullback retest, possible entry. Move this out of the way. Uh-oh. How are you doing today, Marcus? We're getting pretty close to news. Let me make sure, because I definitely don't want to be hopping on a trade and we're freaking about to hit the news here. I didn't think the news was till 10 this morning, but I keeps hearing the 9:45. Okay, so I guess it is in 2 minutes, guys. So be careful if you're in a trade. We got 3-star Chicago PMI. I missed that one this morning. So. Yeah, same here. I'm not going to be in no big hurry to take any like setup trades, Marcus. The trade that we attempted over here, this is the 5-minute opening range trade. We're trying to like work a strategy out with it and see what works best. So we've been playing around with it a little bit. I did not feel comfortable taking it today because the stop loss was just massive today. So I could not use the full word that needed to be, which is like a 60, 70 point stop loss. I'm trying to stay between 40 and 50 on my stop losses, but I'm also trying to make it where, you got to somewhat of common sense. Like, okay, if we get up 25 points, we can't let it come back and stop us out for $80. So usually if I can hit 25 points, 20 plus points, I just need to go to break even. Then yesterday when I hit 30 plus points, I went to 15 and we're looking to get 40 points out of the 5 minutes. Wow, this is a really nice bear flag setting up here. We're about to pop into the 21. But the only thing that worries me, we got news in 1 minute, so there's no way we can jump on this. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Well, the muse was kind of mild. All right. We got into this one a little early, so it could come back and get us because we did not technically get that 20 pop. Another thing that worries me also is this this fair value gap down here at the 60s. So you have to play this one just total. This is a eval, guys. So, man, we hit the top of that freaking fair value gap and bounced. Hopefully we don't have no latency in the news. All right, so this one's not looking too promising here. All right, so that was a failed on the bear flag this morning, unfortunately. We are trading very low risk, so let me see, what did that put us? Why did it go 84? I thought I was in it for 3. I must have moved it up a little bit. So so we're just going to stick with the I think we're just going to do one trade and done. I'm going to try my best not to over trade today like I have been. going to get burnt twice. Son of a bitch. Yep. Oh, my stuff frozen. There it goes. If this stops us out for this runner here, may have to just wait till we get below that 70 because we're finding a lot of support at this 70. Oh, you've already taken 3 trades already this morning? Yeah, we lost our first breakout there. It kind of ran us some support at the 70 range, Eric. So we were down 84 on our first trade. I mean, it looks like it's priming to dump. Like I said, we took the first trade we took was a loss, that this first breakout. We hit this consolidation area, which, you know, we kind of talked about it beforehand, where we've been bouncing out of the 70 here. We got a wick down here at the 52, 53s. That's why I got my target right above that, because I'm hoping that we'll want to take out this bottom wick down here. Eric, are you taking pre-market trades, like trades before the market opens? All right, if we hit 70, we're just going to go to break even because there's no use taking a losing trade after being up 10, 15 points. We keep testing this same range. If we can't get through this range, we're going to have to pull back deeper. No, come on. Don't do me dirty. Okay, I was about to say. You're on the 841. I want to see it run that wick first at the 52s. All right, so that puts us up 100 on this one account. This was from the small trade here. I don't know. I don't know if I want to try to take another trade and get deeper in a hole, or should I just settle for the $84 loss? we're trading super low today. We're only trading on 3 micros, guys. So I'm trying to keep my losses under $60 to $80 or $60 to $100 max today. And I'm trying not to overtrade yesterday because I completely overtraded so many times yesterday. All right, looks like here comes that wick. Take that wick out. Let's see, that's 5. All right. Oh, nice, Marcus. If you got that 841, did you get it? Yeah, we hit 841 on the target. Nice call, Marcus. Where was your entry at, Marcus? I may have to consider not taking this first breakout because we got the same type breakout we did yesterday. I don't know if you guys remember. It seems like it always the second. I guess I'm just gonna have to wait to make sure we touch the 21 EMA because I got in early right here. And this is the one we got kind of burned on this morning. But if we had been patiently enough, wait for it to hit the 21 EMA, and it was the same deal yesterday. Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were entered already. Oh, goodness. Just be cautious if you are in a trade. We are where did 5 minute? Technically the 5 minute is still in play if you were willing to risk, 60, 70 points. So you're up 20. Still to make it a 1-for-1, you would have had 70 points on that 5 minute candle. We're just going to close that one down. So break even day. Your trades this morning, Eric, was that after opening or before the market open? Since you said you took 3 trades this morning, was that before the market opens? Oh, after open. We're just going to have to wait till after 10 o'clock to look for another setup. We got two minutes left. I think moving forward, I'm just going to stay away from the non-EMA bear flag pullbacks, and we're just going to be patient enough and wait for the 21s. So if we could see unfortunately we got news coming out, so we probably won't be able to take it. But if we could get a bear flag pull back, get super tight all the way back to the 21 EMA or even the 50 EMA, this is also the 15-minute candle here, also at the 53s. Wow, another mild open. I mean, I like the fact that we're breaking out of the 15-minute. I just don't like the fact that we didn't make it up to the 20. It's like, come on. Watch this one settle down like 100 points. Just sit there. Good morning, Salvage. How are you doing? We're in the macro time too. Man. Wow. That bear flag actually turned into a nice trade. But like I said, I really wanted the 21 pullback. Is anybody else taking these take the bear flag trade on this one? Goodness. Man, just had to sit there and watch that one, guys. That sucks. That was almost a 30-point move. What'd you do? Jump in too late on that one, Eric? I still struggle with that, Eric, clicking the button fast enough. And I think that's because I used to have a hard time with accepting loss. But now losing on evals is definitely much easier for me. I try not to really even think about it because I know it's part of trading. So that was also pretty close to the 15-minute breakout also. So could have easily got about 20 points out of that trade depending on your entry. If you felt comfortable taking the bear flags off of the nines. What the 15-minute breakout? Yeah, I used to be real bad about entering trades, Eric. Like, I would always enter way too late. And that's because I used to stress about taking losing trades. And that's what that was caused by. That was a pretty wild pivot bounce. I mean, the 15 is the. I don't know if the 15 minutes going to hold up here. Swept those stop losses from the shorts or longs. Oh, you're talking about random stops from this bear flag. I got what you're saying now. You got below back below the 15 minutes. Let's see. I got in too late in there. I hesitated on that one. Oh, shoot. Damn it. No, I forgot to move my account. Son of a bee. I forgot to change accounts, guys. Son of a bee. Nope. I don't like that it's holding up here. Come on. Right now we get some pretty ugly candles. These are all wick candles. All right, so we lost that one. What sucks is I freaking lost my profit on that freaking last one, guys. The one that we were actually green in, I freaking forgot to select over to the one that we took a loss from earlier this morning. So right now we can just literally go either way right now. Nah. So it looks like we're going to take out that 160. That was the trade we were hoping for a few minutes ago. Man. Yeah, the struggles are for real today, man. So we missed that dump by like one entry, guys. One entry. We missed the freaking big old dump there. That sucks. But that's just the way it goes some days, man. Sometimes you're in at the right moment, then sometimes you are one or two little entries early and you miss the whole thing. So right here, what we're going to do is we're going to look and see what happens at this 26. We're trying to see if the 26 fails, we're going to be looking for shorts. If 26 holds, we'll look for another long. All right, we're starting to lose the 26. Just got to be careful with a fake breakout on this 26 level. I know this sucks, man. Such a big move down. Was that almost 60 points down already from that 21 bounce? Right there at the 15-minute opening range. That's probably one of the downsides of having close stop losses, guys, is like you just don't have a big enough pullback to withstand the. Yesterday's launch was 780. I was kind of waiting to see if we're going to recover this 26. Man, we recovered that 26 and I couldn't freaking. The 26 level is what we're waiting on here. Let's see if we the only thing that scares me about this short is freaking 26 there. I mean, it's still looking super weak up here. Good morning, John King. I'm scared if I consider the short, we're going to get stopped at the freaking 26. All right. We took it a little early, but if we don't get through the 26, it's just going to come back and stop us out. So that's just a chance you kind of have to take. Oh, shoot. I'm going to go close to break even because I don't like the 26. We're still getting stuck at that freaking 26 level. I feel like if we break the 26, we should waterfall. All right, got the 26. Little nervous about that one. Like I said, we're still battling that 26. Might not get anything on the runners here. Nope. Come on, 26. Nope. 26 just don't want to give it up, guys. That's the bull bear line for the ES. Oh, maybe. All right. Good deal. So we did get through to, like I said, I was super nervous about the 26 there. I was annoyed that I didn't get my big enough stop loss over here at the 15 minutes, and that cost me a big trade there too. So we missed this whole trade down because of paper handing trades. Wow, look at that bounce. So if 26 holds up, we could possibly be looking for longs again. Unfortunately, all that trade did was just give back the money that we lost earlier on one of those trades. I don't remember which one. Because we had a couple. I know we had a loss on this 15 minutes here from a short stop loss. And I want to say we had one back here too. So this is usually a prime example why I don't like taking trades around Manzini's bear bull lines right here. This is a perfect example why I hate taking trades around these levels. It's so wishy-washy. I mean, if we lose 26, we can definitely flush down 10, 20 points, guys. So we just gotta fully lose that 26. I'm going to shoot for that pivot as my target since we like to hit pivots here. We got a pivot sitting at 760. I want to say we have a low or something over here at 750s or something. I can't go that far back. Whew. Keep it going. Oh. All right, we got a little doji candle there, undecisive candle. Tell it to keep going, doji candle. Say we just need to keep on moving down. Let's take out that pivot. All right, we're going to take some of this because I don't really want to be at, 40 points and not take anything. So we're going to play the 90 here. Come on, pivot. The pivot. Oh, we're right there at it too. Come on, touch your buddy down here at the 60s. Then you can do a reversal. You ever feel like your take profit has the cooties or something? It's like it doesn't want to touch it. Oh my goodness. So that kind of puts us, what, 2 for 3 on the bear flags this morning. The first bear flag failed this morning, guys. I'm thinking about waiting for the second one because I have been noticing that lately since I've really started focusing on these. A lot of times this non-EMA bear flag or even bull flag will be a very short push down. If you can just be patient, one more setup and wait for the 21 EMA pullback, it's usually a lot better. So this was the second move. I tried to take this one. It stopped me out. If I'd have just been patient and waited for the second one, you're looking at almost a 50-point trade from this one. And it was the same thing yesterday. Happened same as yesterday. I mean, we could do that pivot. We could be... So that one trade put us up $176 on this one. Unfortunately, we had lost all of our profit because I forgot to switch over to accounts. Remember, this was that one I was up like 80 or 90 bucks, and I forgot to flip over to this account, and I ended up losing all my profit on this one. But this one here is where we just made the $176 off of this move here. I may switch over to my Bewley evals and take some trades because I don't know if I want to continue trading these, because I know what happens if I end up just trying to get back in the positive over here. We're going to end up getting back in the hole deeper and deeper. No, the bounce have been tough today. There haven't been no bounces at all today. Right now we're kind of in a downward trend, and we're just making bear flag after bear flag. If you feel comfortable drawing up flags to take those. What bounce areas are you looking for, Eric, when you take your trade? When you say bounces, like bounces off like support and resistance, say off the pivot, or a EMA trade or something? So that we had a nice profit target. I'm glad we chose 65 and not on top of the pivot. A lot of times I'll do somewhere between 5 and 10 points above a target that I know we usually run to. Like I said, this is a pivot. We always usually touch a pivot. And so just wanted to be a little bit above the pivot. I'm glad we chose that target. I don't know why I feel so blah today. So this would definitely make shorts a lot more confidence if we can push back up to touch the 26 here on the ES. All right, guys. So at this point, we're going to be just knocking ourselves down to 2 micros. So if we do take a little bit more aggressive trade, it won't hurt us as bad if we take another, if we take a loss on it. What time? I mean, we got the IBH breakout possible here, but I just hate that it's leading right into a pivot. But it looks like it's consolidating for a sell-off at the moment. And both markets are sitting at pivots. I don't. So here's your possible IBL breakout. I think what we'll do is we're going to see if we can hold off for the retest. Let's see how many points the breakout offers today. If you played this as a resting order, so you would basically put your resting order at 65 and just kind of do a 10 for 10. So that would have been 10 points if you would have. Those trades always are kind of a 50-50 on that. If you can figure out a way to get a bigger move out of it where you're getting like a 2-to-1 ratio on this breakout, because it didn't quite, well, let's see. It may. Let's see if it gives us 20 here. Right in here, it looks like about 20. I'm going to look for a retest. If we come back and touch that IBL, we may consider a short here. But like I said, guys, we've lowered our risk way down to just 2 micros now. So there's 20 points. That would have been a 20-point breakout for your IBL there. 30 points. So usually you want to see about a 30-40 point move with a pullback. God, man, I hope we don't go to that 602. That's going to be our next target down. Man, is this one of these days you'll get 100 points on the breakout, the IBL? That's insane. Does anybody ever take any of those in here? Does anybody ever take the initial balance low or high trades? So we either want to see the ES or the NASDAQ trade back into an initial balance. So if the ES could push up to the 20s, where whoever gets there first. Got a nice little gap here too. I don't know what that level I have marked out there from that 45. Oh yeah, I just put that there. Never mind. Come on, at least get us a deeper pullback than this. We need to see something deeper. This makes it super risky trying to get short here, even if it continues lower. Dang it. It's not going to give us that pullback we were hoping for. I don't remember. Oh, that 45 is what we marked off our 20 points a while ago. All right, so the ES right now is tapping the IBL. So this is where we want to see if it holds. Because sometimes if the ES gets there first, the NQ won't. So you just kind of have to see what happens here. Or if we print above the IBL, maybe we'll look at for a trade above it. Just trying to be patient. I don't like that the ES bounced it. It just went straight through it. All right, so we're at the retest. Now, do we... Nope, it wouldn't test it. Sold right through it. I was waiting to see if we print above this gap here. I don't like that it's hesitating. Come on now. All right. So that was a failed inversion gap play. So basically we broke a low. We left a fair value gap. As soon as that fair value gap fell and I saw a little bit of green, we got long. But your first swing is right there. As you can see, it looks like we hit it. And so you need to be to break even pretty fast. No love for the runner, guys. No love for the runner. Now let's just see if this is a retest here. I mean, it's just back to our entry. It still hasn't. It's still considered a validated trade as long as this box holds up or this gap holds up. I wanted to add a jump in again, but like the volume just looks so weak there. Still would at least got our 10 points. And still offer you another 10 points off the retest. Almost 15 if you took it right there at the, say, the top of that gap around the 66, 65 area. And these type of trades right here are failed inversion gap trades for anybody that maybe follows Methodical Man. So you're looking to get about 10 points, then looking for a runner. I don't know. It could be going back downtown, guys. Maybe if we... all right, so that's that trade's completely over since we're back through that gap. We're just going to try this with 2 micros, guys. And we're just shooting for the lows down here. Oh, my stuff keeps freezing up, man. So we're not really looking for setups. These are just, like I said, for most people watching me, this is that time of the day where we just kind of look for those I think trades with low risk, just to try to add, because we're only up $7 on this account. Now we finally got it back in the green, but we're only up $7 because we had to get all the profit we lost earlier. This way, if we do lose this, we're not in this trade for no more than $40. Is that right? $40 if we lose this trade. All right, there's first target. We're going to shoot for these wick lows down here. Man, I think it'd go a lot farther. The ES was way down there. Whew, that's a dirty candle. Look how big that wick is on that candle. Dang it. Oh, well, guys. Didn't get no runner love for that one. Man, I swear I thought that was going to be the candle to at least get us past these wicks. But at least we're in the green by a hair, just $27 because we had to get out of a hole. So we were down, what, almost $100 on that account. Watch it go to my target now. I guess that's what I get for probably paper handing this trade. I should have just kept my 1 micro at a reasonable stop loss. We'll see what happens here. So I was looking for this to be ran here. Maybe if it gets another pullback, maybe we can look for another entry. We got a little bit of profit to play with. Got $27. So if we do take a 10-point loss, that'll put us, what, in a hole by like $15. So we can handle that. The ES is still bouncing off its initial balance low here at the 20s. I want to see a 20. If I can see a 21 retest, that would be so much better. Or we bounce off that pivot up here. Oh, no, I'm not going to take it. I want to see a deeper pullback. I know what happens whenever I get short off of that 9 EMA. I get burned. We're still at the frickin' 9. We're still in the macro. We still have these lows that we could run. My charts have been freezing today. I don't know. Like I said, I prefer to see a 20 pullback. Didn't quite get it, so we possibly could be another fill here. We'll have to see. And the ES is hesitating at that 17.18s. I may go to break even since we're up 5 points, just so in case it whips back on us. Don't have as much confidence in this one, just because, like I said, it's right there at the 9. I feel like these are a lot more dangerous trades. Man. Done for the day. Green. Nice. Dude, my stuff keeps freezing up for some reason. All right. Looks like that's going to stop us back out. Let's see if it fails. Let's see if we paper handed it or if that was a smart play to go to break even. So this area is what had me nervous. This 17, 18, as you can see, we've been bouncing out of that area a lot on the ES. So far, it looks like a smart play to go to break even on that one. Just didn't have that volume to push down like we were hoping for. So if we can get another push up, we'll possibly look for another short. Like I said, we're taking a little bit more aggressive trades because we're knocked down to 2 micros at the moment, guys. I mean, we made a higher low here, so maybe this is a sign of a reversal. We still got about 10 minutes left of the macro time. There's your 21 EMA. What do we got? These highs over at 81s. Good morning, Outer. We're doing okay today. We've had a couple losers, a couple winners. Dang it. All right, we're going to try this one more time. So if we can't get through the 17s, it's probably going to be a failed trade, guys. So it rides all on the ES here. This is why I follow the ES. So if we can lose these 17s, I was hoping a while ago when we were short, you'd run these lows at the 14s. About the same area a while ago for entry. Come on, lose it. Damn it. Almost should have went to break even in case it comes back, because we just cannot get through the 17s. Come on, lose the 17s, my friend. All right, we're going to go to break even this time just because it's been tried so many times. I don't want to get caught in this trade. I'd rather just take it for a 0 instead of anything. Damn it. Just doesn't want to move down. Oh my gosh. This has been battling. My charts are freezing up bad today, guys. I don't know what the deal is with that. I've never seen it do this before, where it just keeps freezing. All right. Target. Okay. No setup. We're basically have taken all of our what do you want to call it? We're down to just trading 2 micros right now, outer. So we're just taking a little bit more I think trades. So this is all these are, just I think trades. If you don't think the same way, I probably wouldn't recommend taking them, just because they can be super risky. You know, I wouldn't recommend going in like full port or heavily where it's going to mess up your account if you lose the trade. So that did get us back up to $74 on this account that we got down on earlier. And I took an accident trade on this one, but we got this back on that last big bear flag breakout from here. So this was the last big trade that we took. Now this was a setup. This was a bear flag setup on this move here. This right here was no setup. This was just, I would think that we would move down, but the ES just had to break that 17. And that's why I went to break even so fast once we got up about 5 or 6 points. Because if I can't get 10 points after getting up 6 or 7 points, it makes me nervous, especially on shorts. You know, you want shorts to go. You don't want them to just be standing around talking about it. So I'm just glad we tried it again, because that first time did not work out. It just came back and hit us with break even. I'll take a break even over a little loss any day. I don't know if any of you guys follow the ES and Adam Manzini levels, but man, you wouldn't believe how much these help you out as far as taking some of your trades. If you can take them off your trades. If you go back and look at my earlier thing, I put in here below 26, we look for shorts. Above 26, we look for longs. So his levels are doing really good today. It's almost like, is this just going to be a straight up trend day down where you just get bear flag after bear flag after bear flag? Let me look at a higher time frame and see where we could go to. So 600 is definitely a target, guys. 600, especially if we're about to run these wicks here on the hourly chart. Right there, looks like about the 7. That's 7, or is that, well, maybe that's all the way down there. Let me look. I got to spread that out a little bit so I can see. All right, so 90s. And we got a big old fair value gap that we can clear out all the way down at the 591s on our hour chart. Whew. Got a lot of, look at all the support level back here on what, the 20th. We had a lot out of this area. A lot of support levels down at 591s. So maybe we look for another bear flag and get short again. I like to see us push back and fill in this gap here, then reverse. That would be the nicer of the trade here if we fill in this gap that we just left. Woo! Anybody traveling far for Thanksgiving tomorrow, or is everybody just hanging around their house? For anybody that does celebrate Thanksgiving. Me, I just pretty much stay around the house with the wife and, you know, whatever kids decide to come over and hang out with us. Let's see if this area holds. Or do we look for long above this fair value gap right here? The only down, well, it's about a 20-point stop, so the stop is pretty massive. Just waiting for people to throw away scrap metal. I don't know anybody that throws away a metal, Ponzi. I don't know a lot of people anyway, so I'm pretty much a at-home person for most part. I stay at home most of the time. Man, do we continue lower? Holy goodness, man. I almost want to try this, but God. Especially if the ES can hold that 16. If the ES can stay below the 16, 17s, then maybe. Let's see. Oh, that kind of, just anything metal. Okay. See, this almost looks like a possible move up here to me. Just the fact that we have a big candle move up and we're consolidating like we want to get back through this level. We got to get above that 17 for a possible long. All right, so we got a nice little doji candle there. Whoa. Man, I'm scared if I jump in that, I'm just going to be faked out. So I'm just going to watch. I feel like I'm going to get faked out. I don't know why. It just has that feeling. I just didn't have it to take it. Man, I knew if I'd have got into that, that thing would have reversed on me. So I just didn't have the boys to take that one. I tried to go against the trend. I was like, we're going to look for longs, and the shorts are still paying. Oh, well. Wow, that was almost a 35 point move off of that freaking 21 EMA. Oh, goodness. Now, you're saying gas money, do you make more money getting metal than what you spend around in gas driving around, Ponzi? I'm not sure what kind of vehicle you drive, if it gets good gas mileage or not. Man, I feel like we still could move down lower. The ES did not clear its lows down here at the 10s. Maybe this is the long play. Do we get I hate getting shorts on these non-setups because I feel like every time we do, it's just it's always a risk. Rangers, they used to get pretty good gas mileage. don't know. It still looks like we want to sell down, but man, I thought we were going to be moving up a while ago, and we did a complete 180 and went the other way 30, 40 points. Oh, excuse me, guys. Excuse me. All right, this might be a risky trade here, guys. I think it is because we couldn't get through those freaking 13s. Son of a bee. We're going to have one. We get down to about, if we get up 5, 6, 7 points, we're probably going to go to break even just because it's been whipsawing back and forth pretty hard. All right, we're going to go to break even. Dang it. Missed our 10 points by like points. I was actually a little nervous about that one. I thought it was going to come back and get us on that one. I saw us stalling at that 13 level on the ES. Let me risk. I'll risk just a tear bid so it doesn't wick us out. Because right now I'm trying to get enough room because the ES is kind of bouncing off that 13 level. Wouldn't mind seeing a good flush down to the 09s there. Ponzi, do you take some kind of trades where whatever you're trading is affected by the interest rates? Most of our runners have been stopped out today, guys. I think we've only had maybe 2 runners that have got us some profit. The rest of them have been stopped out. And this one looks like it's about to be the same. Come on, you can do it. Let's take out the lows. What are we up? About 4 or 5 points? 3 points? Yeah. So you can at least see it. Make it a little bit bigger. Maybe I'll shoot for the 700s. You know, I mean, 4 points is not going to make a big difference. That way, if we do get the push down, see if we can take out the... Ah, creep. I saw that one once it printed. It was pushing back hard. Man, look at that rip. I like to see us pull back and test that 9 and 20 one more time. Then maybe we can get the move up. Maybe for anybody that takes some of these bounces off these EMAs. But that's about 10 points. So that's about the max that I'd want to enter off these EMAs. Got 46 for the 50. You just shorted? Yeah, that's the kind of the target I wanted a while ago too. So you got short in which gap did you take? Okay, nice. I feel like we at least want to pull back to maybe touch the 50 EMA though. But let's just see what happens here. I mean, it's the same spot we got short at earlier. Was at the 22s. I don't know. We're just gonna have to watch this one. I don't like the way it's moving. And we would close below this gap we just made. All right. We'll take the short with you there, Outer. But I can't have no 30-point stop loss, though. All right, first internal swing, got to go to break even. Oh, dang it. I couldn't get my freaking stop loss back in time. Oh, well. So I hit the internal, so that's why I had to go to break even. Yeah, we're pretty much moving in a range right now, Eric. If you shorten it down, I mean, you can see that we're just... Oh. We got 41 for a target. Now it wants to break. Trying to see where we keep bouncing off those 11s. Yeah, that was about the area I was wanting earlier, outer. But you know, we are in that lunch hour. It's almost like has a Friday feel to it to me, just because tomorrow's a holiday here in the United States. So today you got to definitely be on top of the scalping to go to break even fairly fast if the trade reverses on you, to try to minimize your losses. I mean, you got a pretty big stop loss. I mean, you said your stop loss is all the way up at 91. I mean, the only way for us to get back up to that level, we'd have to push all the way back up here to retest that 26 level. Oh, you're already at break even? Okay, nice. Hey, there's nothing wrong with break even trades, man. I take break even trades all the time. Usually, especially if I don't feel comfortable with the trade, I'd rather just hit the break even and just to see what happens. Yeah, all the wells are in the Hamptons. So true. What do you think? What do you think, Posy? They're all watching, pointing, and laughing. Look at these suckers get chopped up. Oh, did I forget to change that on? I did. I forgot to change that. I mean, we're still just kind of, there's that 50 touch. So bounced off the 50 EMA there. Hey, Ponzi, you have to come over here and join me on TikTok Live sometimes. I did a TikTok Live last night, Ponzi. Wow, look at this push up through the 50 EMAs. Let's see. We're still about 10 plus points above it. We've got a pivot up here. If we continue higher. Yeah, I just recently started. I've done 2 TikTok lives so far. I think any move we trade right now is just going to be a grinding trade. Like nothing's going to be super fast. I think I subscribed to your page or something like that one day. At least I thought that was your Ponzi name. I'm not sure if that was you, but somebody had the name Ponzi on there. All right, guys, this is just a I think trade. There is no setup here. Especially if we can't get through this big old fair value gap. All right, we're going to go to close to break even, just right under that 50. So we'll just be in the trade for 2 points if it just can't continue higher here because the ES is already about to hit its 50 EMA. So I'm not sure how much higher we could get. The ES kind of got there first. All right. So we'll at least go to break even. Not sure if we're going to get how much more we'll get off this runner. I'm just looking for the pivot touch, and we may just go right below that pivot. Whew, these weekly candles are brutal. Dude, Ponzi, you can do like TikToks like you said you drive around and look for scrap metal and stuff, dude. I bet you people would watch that. People watch all kind of stuff. They'd watch somebody with a camera in their truck driving around to places and looking. Or whatever crazy stuff you may come across that day. Car wrecks. Some dude walking down the road. I don't know. Anything, I guess. I see people on TikTok Live just sitting there just talking about just random crap. So I'm pretty sure they'll listen to you talk about whatever you want to talk about. Driving around in your truck or your friend's truck. Just get it where you can hit the camera to turn it around or turn the camera back around or whatever, I guess. Or you can start off by pre-recording it. Just do some little shorts and post shorts. Doesn't look like we're going to get no runner love on this one either, guys. I think we're going to have a pullback to that 9 or 21. That's usually the case. But if we do pull back to the 9 or 21, it's definitely a good sign that we possibly could be moving higher, though. The ES is back at that stubborn level of the 60, 17s. There we go. Come on, ES. Get that pivot. Oh, dang it. Couldn't get through that 50. Got that 50 drama going on here. We're just a few points below that pivot sitting at 60. Almost maybe even go to 55. We'll just do 5 points off the pivot there. This way. My wife has tried using Cash App. She had a lot of issues with Cash App. Like, she would always have people trying to take her money off of Cash App. And the only reason why she used it is because, you know, we have a hair salon business, and she would have some customers who would want to pay with Cash App. But she would always have issues with somehow people getting her account information and taking money off of it. So she stopped using it. So now I think the only prepaid card she'll take are like those app services. I think Venmo. She'll take Venmo from some of her customers. Which there's not a lot. Most people just use credit card, or then your older generation or older than me generation writes checks. So most of your people probably in your late 60s, 70s, and 80s, the little ladies that are getting their hair done, they all write checks. So guys, these last couple trades really were no setups, so that's why I'm very limited about really talking about them, because they're just, I think, trades. And the only setups that I really take are the inversion gap trades or the bear and bull flag setups. Those are really the only setups that I'll really talk about. These other things here are just, if we get above that 50, I'm thinking maybe we could push that pivot. Those are kind of what I call, I think, trades. But those can be definitely a hit and miss. There's the pivot. So we could have got well, it was only 5 more points. We just did 5 points off of that pivot there. And there's the reversal. Okay. I don't see too many street performers here where I live. I did back home where I'm from. I was from a college town. We used to have a lot of like little street performers there. People out there jamming on their guitar and stuff in downtown. Here where I live, it's more of a you finally got. Where did you get in long at, Marcus? Hopefully not around that pivot. Pivot's bad. Where was your long at, Marcus? Or are you already done with your long? All right, guys, we've been working this one account that we got down. We're up 154 now, just trading a few micros. We've taken about four straight winners with this account, just using 2 and 3 micros. 2049. The only thing that scares me around there is that freaking pivot level, and it's at the 50. I never take trades at the 50. Like, I always like to be under the 50 or above the 50. The 50 is kind of, to me, is kind of like the 90. We always get resistance at that 50 level. Got the, what's, you know, I don't do it as much as I used to, but, you know, I wouldn't trade around whole numbers. So, like, a 50 whole number, I try not to trade around, or at least make sure I'm about 8-10 points underneath it or above it. I think as long as your 20 holds up, you should still be good. You just want to make sure your 20 EMA holds up here, Marcus. If your 20 holds, I think you'll be fine. But you just don't want to see yourself lose to 20. And you want to see it regain the 17 here. So if we can't regain the 17, it's more than likely going to be moving back down. Come on, 20. Need that 20 EMA to hold. We need to see the 21 EMA hold on top of getting back above that 17. Starting to lose both of them. I'm not sure what kind of stop loss you're running or how much leverage you're working with. I would have been stopped out already because I try to use that solid 10 to 15 point stop loss, so this would already have stopped me out. But, you know, you guys watch me most of the days. Y'all see me. I take smaller losses all the time. Man, that thing's just been straight downtown since that pivot. What was your stop loss on that, Marcus? Oh, wow, you got a big stop. Okay. How many micros is that? I mean, that's a what 30? I mean, that's almost a 45-point stop loss. Are you just trading like 1 or 2 micros or 3 micros? Oh, okay, just one. Oh, okay. So basically about $90 if you lose your trade. Man, that was a pretty wild dump off of that pivot. Oh, that's the kind of luck I have sometimes whenever I trade just once. I get burned on the first account. Let's see if this 710's been holding up. The 710s have been holding. I've gotten better at taking losses. I used to struggle with taking losses in trades, but I had to, after a while, you have to learn that, hey, taking losses is part of this. Whenever I come across people online like that's talking about trading and they never say they never lose, I don't even waste my time listening to them. Come on, 710. We need to hold at 710. I think it just ran that low wick. If we can get that low wick out of the way. Nope. It looks like it's going after this wick here. Or another thing that used to get me, Marcus, is hesitating when taking trades because I used to be scared to take losses. And so I'd get into trades really late. Now it doesn't really bother me as bad to take those smaller losses because I use most time, a fairly close stop loss. That sucks, man. It literally looks like it ran your stop loss. It's almost like that's one of those deals where you're saying the market's watching me. It ran my stop. Then it's going to move back up. That's how it feels sometimes. Yeah, Ponzi, I come across people quite a bit that'll say that. I never lose. We're 98% chance of winning rate. Like, come on, man. What's up, David? We're just over here scalping 2 micros for the last hour or so. That's about it. We're just looking for 10 points and runners. We're not looking for big moves. So basically, I've taken we've had about 4 straight winners with this account here. And like I said, we're just looking for 10 points in a runner. So that's pretty much how we have this set up. I've had to move my one thing back a couple times. So like I said, 2 micros, 1 and 1 on target. This one, I just set my target where I think we could go. So like a while ago when we were looking for the pivot, and I played right under the pivot. So, and I really need to take this off here because we're not using very much target. So the reason why you guys see my profit target move, because anytime we hit 9 and we reverse, I don't want to be stuck not making anything. So what it does, it automatically goes to 20. Which is 5 points, and this is 9 points. So either 36 ticks plus 20 ticks. And the reason why I like to do that first, say 5 or 10, so that means that for your break even, you still have a chance to lose 5 or 10 points to get nothing on that trade if that runner does not get you anything. So that's why I play it like that. So if I'm using 2 micros and I get 10 points on it, so that means I can move my other micro and risk some of the profit that I just made off that initial 10. So look, it ran those lows here. So is that the range? Where's the ES? I lost my ES chart. Yeah, lost my ES chart. Man, are we setting up another? Let's see if we set up a nice flag here. This is definitely getting into that time of the day where you really don't want to be trading. Honestly, this is... Yeah, the back and forth has been insane. So we got another wick all the way down at the what? I don't want to take this freaking thing too early. It looks like it wants to. Let's see if it'll, what we're going to do here. Is it going to hold or going to be pushing? All right. We're right at the top of the, oh, my charts are freezing bad, guys. That sucks, Outer. That crap hit your target that you were looking for at that 92. All right, so on this one, if we cannot get through that 09, more likely we're going to push back up. So we're at another support level for Adam Manzini here. I feel like if we get through this level, we will flush pretty fast. But if this level holds up, it could chop more back and forth. Or maybe if I get into the single digits, we can go to break even. I'm just going to break even this trade because I'm not sure how confident I am in it moving down. Just because we're around that number here, the 17 or 9 level. Trying to move. Oh, dang it. Couldn't move it out. I was trying to give it a little bit more room. Wow. Good thing we went to break even on that one. Holy crap. That thing just skyrocketed on us. It still wouldn't have quite got my stop loss because my stop loss was right there on top of the 20 moving average. To me, the 6,002 is probably the target here. Probably just going to sit and watch this one. I think our original entry was about the 12. I think 22 was our original stop loss, just right above that 21 EMA here. Let's see if we still get the push. Eventually we get through every level. It's just the consolidation that it takes to get through those levels. Well, nice bounce off of that level. Whew. Let's see if this thing's just running some stop losses before we move back down. All right, new candle. Above the night 20. If this push back down, it's like, let's see if the 9 holds up here. If the 9 doesn't, the 9 EMA doesn't hold along with this 609, we might get a quick flush. I think Adam had in his newsletter that this 6,002 was his target. We're also in the macro time, but we're also in the lunch hours. This is horrible time to be taking trade, guys. When you say you took the bounce, do you mean you took it a short simply? Oh, this is Crystal. Simple Crystal. Wow, we lost that 9. Or is this or is this really Crystal? A 2 for yes and a 1 for no. Oh, that little long. Oh, this thing. If we get through those nines, we should dump quick. We just got to get through that level. Unfortunately, I was one move too early again on this one. If we get down there, take out those 90s, because that's what I was hoping for. We rerun this wick down here. Dirty, dirty, dirty. It's the way it goes, guys. The way it goes. Ding, dang it, dang it. I was thinking the short was the play there, Crystal. Oh, goodness. There she goes. We lost that 09 and waterfall. We just ran that bottom wick. Let's see if we get a bounce back up. More likely we are. I mean, it's been doing this over and over. Every time we run a freaking big wick, we get a 20-point bounce. Did anybody grab the short on the way down? Or did anybody stay in the short? Because I paper handed my short. Cost us 20 points. Darn it. I do that quite a bit where I paper hand trade sometimes and I go to break even a little too fast. But it's just because of these big wick candles. It kind of makes you do that sometimes because you're scared of just getting that crazy wick action. So let me see where I would. I had to have my stop loss if we held that. You're waiting for the long setup. So I would have had at least to have a 15-point stop loss on that to have a win there. So because we got in, I want to say it was on this. I know it was farther down because we were in like what 12 or 13 or something like that, I think. You're waiting for the long setup. Where do you think the bottom's at? I think I looked on the hour chart a while ago. What did we say that the possible bottom was if we were looking at the hourly chart? Let's see. All the way down to the 600s. That's where there's tons of consolidation is. If you go back and look back here. So there's a definitely 56. You got a big wick down at 50. I mean, a pivot on the 1 hour chart at 56. So, man. Oh, where are you looking at on? Oh, man, my crap's freezing. All right, so what are you saying about the 4 hour chart? I hadn't looked at the 4 hour chart. Oh, so on the 4 hour chart, this is the lows here. Oh my goodness. Fonzie. Simply, Crystal, have you made some recordings of yourself trading the London? Oh, so that means if... Let's see here. No. Oh, okay. 693. Yeah, that was a nice call. I mean, I was really hoping I could get that target too. I mean, I remember you saying something about the 691s and 2s down there, outer. But unfortunately, we're already there and we missed out on it. But I will take my break-even trade over a loser any day. So we're still holding on to our green just because, like I said, we're just trading 2 micros now. So we're just kind of picking at the adding to the winners if we can. Waiting on a 2-leg and a momentum. Da-da. Oh, you can see my TV there. I see the TV right there in the corner. I try to block out some of that weird stuff. Not weird stuff, but just not too distracting. So I have our living room rocker chair that we have behind me. Usually that's in our living room, but that's where we had to rearrange the living room because my wife we put the Christmas tree on one side of the living room, so we had to rearrange it. So now I have a little rocking chair in here in the background. You hope the August lows from Jerome Jackson Ho meeting. So much hatred, Ponzi. So much hatred. So far today, guys, the shorts have just what's been paying. Man. You would think eventually, I mean, we only got 80 more points that we can move down, and possibly that's where we can get our V-shaped reversal possible. Oh, holiday mode, keep the grinding down. I don't even remember last year during the holidays, guys. Like, I remember trading, but I don't remember what the market was like. I guess this is what I get for not taking like notes or writing stuff down. I still don't write stuff down. I've been meaning to because we're going to try to keep track of that 5-minute opening range play. So far, out of 3 days, unfortunately, I started it late on one account because I switched accounts with it. So if I didn't do that, we would have been up $80 from Monday. So we got the full 40 points. Yesterday, we only got up to 30 points. And when we got to 30, we moved it to 15 points. So we had to settle just for a $30 victory. Today, I had to play it a little different because the stop loss would have needed to be like 70 points because we had that ripper candle from the opening. So the 5-minute candle was massive. I still took the trade, but once we got up about 20, 25 points, I went to break even. And so it came back and stopped us out for break even. So a break even trade on the 5-minute today. $30 yesterday and $80 Friday. But unfortunately, my count doesn't reflect the $80 winner from Friday because I had decided that night to to set up a account just for the 5-minute breakout. Man, it's like, where do we stop drawing these flags? Like, I mean, do we possibly do another bear flag? Do we think it's going to continue lower? I have no idea at this point because we've been just selling off all day. I mean, you would think eventually we would want to pull back to our 50% mark, which is all the way back up at the 800s, or even all the way back up to the VWAP or 200 moving average. You also have the IBH possible pullback. I mean, man, there's just so many options, so many possibilities. The only thing we can do is just wait for a move up and a pullback to form a bull flag if you want to look for a setup. Now, if you're just jumping in here, like just saying, okay, I think it's going to go long, not really a setup, at least not for me. But I'm not saying I don't do it, but it's not really a setup. A setup would be if it pushed up, let's say, to this 100 VWA. I can't remember the abbreviation for this line here, and then made a bull flag. Then we could possibly look for a long. Good possible short there at the 27s. Is that where my line's at? No, my line's at 25. That's the top of this gap over here. Got a little gap here. Ooh, looking kind of weak up there. It's just stair stepping. We're stair stepping. We're not breaking out. Let's see. Need to see the ES hold this 09 level here. Maybe we'll continue. Kind of like you said, I wouldn't mind for us to have a deeper pullback up into the high 20s and even low 30s. Oh, that's what it was. I couldn't remember what the abbreviations was there, Ponzi. Ooh. I mean, we're breaking out with goodness. I don't know how much I trust it. It's like it just went flat. There's no good momentum there. Just waiting to see. We're so low in that. Got lows down to 80s, so Man, these are the kind of trades I get stuck in if I try this, because it's like we broke out of that trend and just hit the consolidation mode here. And we're at that freaking hold number. That's even worse. Okay, volume weighted average price. Yep, that's the one. That's the blue line up there. I couldn't remember the abbreviation for that. Ponzi, thank you. Just didn't have the volatility to push. Definitely all these little baby candles. Thank you. Man, it was so tempted to take that trade while ago on that little bear flag, but it just did not have the volume. And plus your EA, your 9 and your 21 are on top of each other. So usually whenever that's the case, this is the price action you get, is whenever your EMAs are on top of each other. Oh, goodness. Definitely feel like we're in, what is it called? Friday lunchtime price action. All right, looks like we're choosing to move to the upside a little bit. So for the longs to continue, we're going to have to get through these 09s here. If we lose the 09s, we're probably pulling back. That would be the level to watch if you're looking for longs here. All right, getting through the 09s. We got this gap we can clear out up at the 50s. I think Outer, you said you're looking at this 27 level. Here's your 27. Were you able to get some of your target? I mean your loss back, Marcus? Or are you just holding on to your loss and wait till Friday or Monday? I don't know. I want to see if we can get above this. What I like to see is to pull back and make a little bull flag to move higher here. But first we got to wait and see if we get through that 27 level. I think you said there was support at the 27. Oh, shoot, I hesitated. I hesitated, Outer. I couldn't pull the trigger fast enough. It happened so quick on that reversal. Ah. Dang it. Thank you, Marcus. Have a good weekend. Oh, it didn't hit your target, your 27. Oh man. I know, I hesitated. I saw you said something about the 27, and then I was like, I was waiting on the next candle, and then all of a sudden it just drops 20 points. Kind of waiting to see what happens here at your 9 and 21. A lot of times if we bounce off of the 9 and 21 on the pullback, then a move higher, most time you'll get even a bigger move up. I mean, there's really no setup for us to here to take. If I take something like in this area, that'll just be, I think that it may move higher or I think it may move lower. Right now, you still have your 9 and 21 on top of each other. So it makes it a little bit more difficult to tell which direction we're moving in. Just got an indecision candle there. Man, I feel like if it goes, it's just going to go super fast, that you're not going to have no opportunity to enter unless you're just trading momentum or something. I mean, just jumping in on the momentum. All right, so we're back at that one level again, outer 27. Are you still taking shorts off of that level? I'd be nervous to take it the second time. That's the only thing that would worry me about that. I'm not saying it won't work, but that second time, you know, it seems like it's always a little bit more worrisome on that second try. I don't know. The ES is back above that 09 level. Man, if it can. Waiting to see if we're kind of like what this next candle is going to bring here. It's like it's going to be a printed candle. We got this gap that we could fill in moving up into the 50s. We're above the 9. We'll try it. Like I said, 2 micros. We'll risk some of the profit that we already have on this account. This will probably be my last trade of the day. It's just the fact that we're moving into lunch hour. This is where I start taking losses and losing my profit. There was a possible short at that 27 earlier, but let's just see if the second time we hit, if it sells through, because we're at that 27 now. Or if we start losing 21, I may even close it a little early, because that 21 level, I do not want to see us lose the 21 level. If I lose that 21, we may shut it down a little bit early. And it looks like maybe. And we still could possibly move down. This right here is just thinking maybe we clear up this gap up here, this fair value gap, then possibly a move back down. Or either that, or, you know, sometimes during lunch hour that you will pull back 50%. My charts keep freezing. Like all day they have been freezing up, guys. Ooh, we're still battling that 21 there. As long as that 21 holds, I'll stay in this trade. In the 30s, we may go to break even if it does get up in that direction. Where's that at? All right, so that puts us down $40. God, I hope it ricochets a little bit here off this 21 EMA. Nope. Doesn't look like we're going to get it, guys. It still looks like we're slow grinding down. All right. Got stopped out on that one. That was probably going to be my last trade of the day. If I can't continue trading during lunch hour, we're just going to end up using up all the profit that we made on this one account. Nice entry, Outer, if you got in on that 27 on the short. I was hoping that we would at least come back up here to clear up this gap, then push down. But that's what I get for betting against the market. The shorts have been paying all day, and I'm trying to get along. Outer, did you get your entry? Did you get the 27 entry that you were looking for? Oh, you moved it up to 36. That's what you were saying. Okay, I misunderstood what you were saying. That's where I was hoping that we would go to clear up that big bearish gap up there. That we'd want to clear that up, but couldn't get up there. Like I said, guys, I think that's going to be my last trade for this morning, because if I continue trading, what's going to happen is we're up $91. We're already in a hole one time this morning starting out on this account. This one, we actually lost our profit back down to, what, $11? Because we were up like 80-something dollars, and I forgot to switch over accounts. And I took a losing trade on that again for like an $80 loss. But we're able to get it back on a big bear flag sell-off from earlier. And we were up 150 on this trade. Then we just lost $60 on this trade here. So we're still keeping our losses fairly small, and that's the key. Keep your losses small. Then that way you can get that one big trade to get it back. So, and that's why I usually get stopped out a lot, because I keep a tight stop loss. Most of the time my stop loss is usually between 10 and 15 points. So we'll move up. All right, guys, everyone have a good Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving tomorrow. Or if you do hang out with families and friends, or just chilling at the house, is good too. Dude, my charts have been freezing all day. I don't know what's going on with these things. Man, this thing's going to do me dirty. Going to stop me out, then probably go to the target we were looking for, Outer. It's like, nope, we changed our mind. We want to clear out this gap. That's literally what this feels like. If that thing goes up there and clears out that gap. All right, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we'll stay under that 100 VW. What did you call that? I don't know why I can never remember the volume weighting average price. That's it. Just look for the best price for phone plans. What about phone plans? What's a fraud, methodical man? I know. The market's watching me. They're like, why is this idiot still trading on Thanksgiving Eve when everybody else is off? Oh, phone plans are very expensive in Canada. I think I pay like 90 something dollars for mine and my wife's phones, two phones monthly. My mic is loud. Maybe you need to turn down your volume, guy. Your volume is too loud. You got them iPhone headphones on, probably. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. Outer $30 for 30 gigabytes of service. Unless you're watching YouTube all day and watching movies at night and you're not on Wi-Fi, I guess 30 gigs will go pretty quick. I think for the 90 something dollars we get unlimited, but I'm pretty sure it gets throttled if we use a certain amount. That's usually how a lot of the phone companies here do. They're like, "Oh, you get unlimited, but once you hit like say 5 or 10, 15 gigs of data, they throttle it and it moves super slow." But I'm hardly ever off of Wi-Fi. I'm probably on Wi-Fi 80% of the time. I'm usually always around my house, and so I haven't used like hardly normal phone data probably in almost going on 2 years since I stopped working a normal like 9 to 5 job. Methodical man, are you trading anymore today? We're pretty close to having another past Apex account. We only need $380 or $93. So getting there, getting there. And that'll give us 3 Apex with 2 Bewley. So we'll have 5 fundeds now. I was hoping that Apex was going to do like a 90% deal so we can load up maybe on some evals for the Black Friday sale. But I guess they didn't start that today. I don't know. I keep hearing people talk about it. So to right now, I think Apex has the it's a little bit more pricey starting out, but overall it's still cheaper because of that $85 activation fee. Mm. I really don't know no more. Ponzi, like I said, I'm on Wi-Fi all the time, so I probably ever use hardly any phone data. Verizon can get kind of expensive sometimes. All aboard. Choo choo. It's going to go up because it stopped me out because I was long. So it wants to clear out that gap at the 40s. Let's see if we're going to clear it out. It's going to go right up to the 50s and flush back down for you there, Ponzi. This right here reminds me last night of trading the Asian market. So last night we traded the Asian market and we targeted 20 points with also a 10-point move with 2 micros. It literally took an hour and a half to hit 20 points. It took almost a whole hour just to hit 10. Like, it was definitely a grind. Yeah, I don't think I'm taking any more trades today, Outer. We're just kind of watching with the rest of you guys to see if we clear out that fair value gap up there. I mean, we have a little fair value gap right here too that we just now broke. So I mean, that's a possible long area if you like to play fair value gaps. So there's just no volume at the moment. So every trade's just pulling teeth, sitting through this, watching it go up 1 tick, 2 ticks, pull back. It's like, I don't know, all wick candles. They're horrible. Methodical man, when you gonna pull that trigger on Simply Crystal for her live so we can spectate? Get her some watch hours in. Methodical man's probably taking a nap. Either that or he's at IHOP or Waffle House. I can't remember. One of those food chains. Outer, this is crappy price action. This price action is horrible at the moment. I'm not even sure if it's going to get any better after lunch today. Well, I mean, I guess technically we are in the lunch. But after the, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock time? Is that a China currency, the yang, or Japanese? The EFT? I guess I can just look it up real quick. Not sure. Okay, so that's just the market in the China market or Asian market. Do you trade that market, Ponzi? Or are you just watching it? So we'll get off in a few minutes and we'll just kind of come back and see what the power hour looks like if we're going to trade the power hour. If we don't trade power hour, we may try to do jump on for TikTok this evening. We did TikTok last night. We did probably more talking and just cutting up more than we really did trade. I pretty much just stayed in one trade the whole time. The market's still going to be open, but I don't have no idea what it's going to be like. I mean, it can be just completely dead. No movement at all. Oh, it's the Chinese dollar. Okay. I wasn't sure what it was called. Oh yeah, that's right. Japanese is called the yen. The yen. Okay. I remember that now. Well, that you're saying it makes me remember it now. I don't know a whole lot about foreign currency. I guess that's what they trade on FX or Forex. Forex, I think, is the currency. Which I've never tried trading currency, so I know very little about it. I mean, I'm assuming it's just like any other market. Which the only two markets that I follow is the ES and the NASDAQ. I need to find a way to put the dollar on here, and that way we can watch the dollar because the dollar usually is reverse of what's going on with the NASDAQ and ES. So if your dollar's pumping, the NASDAQ is usually going down most of the time. Woo! Getting a little bit of boner candle. Let's go. 10 points. Let's see if it continues. Let's see the rip. Oh. Boom. There's the ripper we were looking for earlier, guys. Now it wants to clear up that freaking probably 50 gap there. I think Outer said something about 36. So let's see if we get through the 36 or we reverse. Are you still holding on to your entry at 36, Outer? Or are you going to... That's at 38 for that previous candle. Okay. I mean, there's really no entry there. I felt like it's just one of those deals where you sit here and watch it consolidate and it explodes out of nowhere, say 10, 20 points. Those entries are usually hard to get. I don't know. What do y'all think? We maybe make a little bear flag or bull flag here. We have the push up. Just need to see a consolidation back down. Where's the ES? Man, the ES is at that freaking 09 level. I'm sitting here thinking about another trade. This is why I have to get off of this stuff. Because I'll be sitting here looking for entries when I know there's probably not an entry. But you thinking you're seeing entries. Before you know it, you done took like 4 trades. And 3 of them were losers. Oh, my goodness. But, man, I like that we're above that 09 level. It's like, God, are we going to be pushing up? We probably are. We got above that 9. It's too late now. This would have been a hard trade to hold from that earlier entry. It's been tough. There's that 40 touch. That was the first target we were looking for earlier, the bottom of that fair value gap. Then our next target would have been if we were trying to clear out that gap here. So it looks like we have this huge wick sitting up here at the 60s again. Now, if we get a full 50% pullback, your 50% pullback's all the way up here at 807s. I mean, I don't think we'll get a 170-point move, but hey, who knows? All right, so we're in the macro time here. Outer, on your trades, do you usually just, if you take one loser a day, do you just put your accounts away or do you keep trading? Oh, most times you just go to break even and just lose the commission fees. Hey, there's nothing wrong with break even days. Okay, so you're just doing a PA account only right at the moment? Yeah, I'm hoping after the holidays I can get this other PA account moving in the right direction. Because we only need $575 for a payout on this account. We've just been slow trading it. I think we got 16 trading days with this account at the moment. So a lot of trading days. I hope they do a Black Friday 90%. All right. All right. We're working our way through that fair value gap here between the 40s and 50s. Man, my freaking back does hurt. These entries are horrible. Entries like this are really hard to get into just because they don't really have any good full like movement candles. They're just all like stair stepping candles and consolidation candles. So it makes it tougher to find entries. So they just turn into I think trades, usually what happens in my case. What is the MA line? The moving average? Is it the moving average line or okay. I don't know. I mean, it's setting up for a nice little bull flag here. Got all the EMAs looking really good. I prefer to see a 21 pullback and not really a. Um, let's see where my ES is at. Oh, you're thinking about retesting this move highs. Mm, didn't quite get back there. There we go. A little bit deeper won't hurt nothing. Let's see if we get that 21 touch. doji candle on the ES. All right, we're prematurely jumping into this one. You need to be print on the outside of this thing. And let's see if we can get up to the highs up here. So we're only going to be in this trade for 6 points. I'm not going to take a chance on the full 10 just in case we don't move higher. If we get above the 40 level, we may even go to break even. But all these moves have been horrible, just how slow and grindy stair-stepping they are. See what I mean? It's just like, golly, I do not want to sit through this crap. There we go. Get above 40. We'll go to break even. There we go. We're going to break even, guys. So it's either going to go or come back and stop us out for break even. And we're going to play the 49.50 there. So close to the first target. Oh no, I moved my, let me get my thing back. Oh well. We got it. First target hit. Now we're just waiting on to see what the runner does. Actually, I'm going to play this pivot. We're going to play the pivot. If we can get above this gap here, that's what I want to see us. I want to see us break this fair value gap here. The ES has this 200 moving averages all the way up to 15. So if we can get through this IBA, we should get there. You think the dump on the ES? No, the struggles are for real. We may risk a little bit more since we got one micro. Where's my entry at? 36. We'll risk just right below this 20 EMA moving average here. So basically we're risking most of the profit we just made off of that previous move there. A lot of times we got to have that 9 EMA pullback if we struggle to move higher. And we have a fairly good entry, which is around your moving averages. We're just right below the 9. All right, this time, guys, this has definitely got to be my last trade. No more trades after this. All right, we're back at our entry. So if it stops us out, we're only going to get basically a few bucks off of this, but we're looking for the bigger trade all the way up at the 60s if we can get it. What we don't want to see on the ES is that we do not want to see if the ES starts losing that 0809, we're probably going back downtown, guys. We just got to make sure that level holds. That's the next key level there, is at 6009 level. Once I get up 10 points, I'm going to go to break even because I don't want to risk another pullback if I get up 10 points. Didn't quite get there. Yeah, you would think that we'd have some kind of decent pullback today, Ponzi. But it is also the lunch hour. It is 1 o'clock now. So we're definitely into that lunch hour time. Usually about 1:30, sometimes we get those breakouts. All right. We're going to break even. We're up 10 more points basically, or right at the 10-point mark. So I could have shot for that 50. I was thinking a while ago maybe just at the top of this fair value gap would be a good target. I mean, that would be 15 points. If we can get through this fair value gap, we definitely should make the pivot. Actually, I'm going to do 5 points below the pivot. I'm going to do a 55 and see. That'll be about a 20-point trade there off of this next contract if we can hit the 55s. Running into a little 50 drama. I don't know what it is about the 50 and the 90, but man, we always get resistance at those two levels and the 100. We want to see some explosion. Give us the boner candle straight up. Doom, doom, doom. Woo, it's fighting this fair value gap hard, guys. I'm probably going to regret not taking my freaking profit at the 50s just to make a 10 extra dollars. If we get above 50, I will go to 45. This way we'll at least get something out of this because this has been a long hold. Come on, get through the 50s so we can get 10 points. Oh, it's just clicking. Oh, well. We're going to take our 10 points. If it goes, it goes. There's no reason to risk the whole profit not to take any. Come on, go. All right, looks like we're just going to have to settle for a 10-point trade, it looks like. Nope. Oh, perfect. Not only do we have the 50 drama, we freaking have that fair value gap, bearish fair value gap drama sitting here at the 50s. it. Come on. Now you guys see why I chose my target up there earlier at the freaking 50s. Could have took 15 points. I mean, I guess I still could move it technically down and just shoot for the right above the 50. Oh, there it goes. Woo. All right, we're going to the bottom of this gap here. So close, so close. One more little candle should get us there. There we go. Nice. Ooh, that turned into a 20-point trade. Nice. And I don't even think we hardly had any drawdown on that one either. That one was straight out of that bear flag. Or bull flag. I'm sorry, bull flag. Unfortunately, we didn't get to add to our profits because we lost that one trade before that. Remember, guys, we went back down to $80 or $90 a while ago. So all that trade there does was just us make up the profits that we lost on that one we lost earlier. But it also shows it's okay to take small losses, and the next trade could be a fairly bigger trade to get your profits back. So, and that's one of my main struggles that I have struggled in the past on. You know, I see that red and I'm like, ooh, revenge. And you just want to go all in, put max contracts on, put the boys on the table. All right, so that's definitely going to have to be my last trade. No more trades. Oof. I need to get away from this thing so I don't be looking for more setups. So guys, since we streamed so long today, I'm not sure if we'll do power hour today. I'm not really sure, but we're thinking about coming back and trading the maybe the Asian market. But I think last night we did it on TikTok just to try out TikTok live. So we may do that again tonight. TikTok live is definitely a little bit different just because you got people just coming in and out of your lobbies a lot. And you might just have a few people in there just hanging out, but everybody else is just flipping by for anybody that's ever flipped through TikTok live. So it's definitely different. And I believe like most people there, they don't really are not really there for trading. You know, they're just flipping through TikTok and they just stop on somebody. Sounds good, Outer. You too. Yeah, I think a Methodical Man says we may do like a joint stream for a little bit on Friday, but we'll see what he says. I'm not sure what he's decided to do. I think he said he's going to do like little hour increments. So I think he has several people that he's thinking about having on, but I'm not sure who all that is yet. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, guys. Just check out TikTok. I may be on there later tonight if I don't have anything going on. I don't think I do. So we may be on there for like an hour and a half or something. Usually around about the time the market opens. I think last night we got on there around 8 o'clock Eastern time, or I got on there about 7 o'clock my time. Wow, look at this nice ripper, man. This thing just took off on us now. We'll have to get away from the temptations. All right, guys, we will talk to you guys later, and everyone have a good evening and a good Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving.